Hello, everybody, and welcome back to This or That with Kobe and Jatt. Kobe was out sick last week. How you feeling?
I'm feeling much better. Consumed Isaac's soul, so now I've gained his powers and I'm much healthier.
Okay, Isaac is also out this week for the dive, just so you know. We're going to get into This or That. Don't know how many slides we have, but we've never seen them before.
Number one.
Number one. 6 slides, I've been told.
Bigger upset CLG over Cloud9 or Golden Guardians over Echo Fox. So even though Golden Guardians have been on this like upset roll,
Yeah.
I thought that this one was a big upset.
I mean, so yes, they both had, Golden Guardians and CLG both had the same number of wins coming into the game. I think it was 3. Echo Fox was the #1 team in the league. So
the numbers game.
It's a numbers game. Last place for his first place, last place for his second to last place. It's that.
Yeah, all right, well, that was
boom.
pretty quick. Then we'll go to number 2.
Slide number 2 of This or That. I'm glad you're back, Kobe. This or That, more underrated, Cody's son or Hakuho?
This is interesting because Cody's son, and rightfully so, on the world stage, you know, there was this big play, and so everybody got pretty down on him. And so that's kind of the reason for his being underrated or whatever.
Yeah.
But Hakuho people just haven't talked about how good he is enough. Or people say that they don't talk about how good he is.
I think that's actually what's happening. So this happened with Smithy a couple years ago where he was underrated for like 2 years. And at a certain point, you just become appropriately rated. I think Hakuho's getting the respect for about the last 6 months of being a quality support, whereas Cody's son, from the eye test, I think you remember the World Championship and you remember the multiple times this split where he's been caught out. But then you look at the numbers, and if you just looked at the numbers and didn't watch the game, he would be the best AD carry in the league.
I like how he tweeted out a stats website. Just said, hey guys, might want to check out this stats website because he's like #1 in all the AD carry rankings.
I'm going to say Cody's son is more underrated because I feel like people are saying Hakuho's a beast, which he
Are
is.
you really underrated if the whole community thinks that you're underrated?
No.
Okay, well, let's go to number 3 then.
This or that. Buff cannon minions, good for the game or bad for the game?
Honestly, I think it's good
This
for
is
the
good
game.
art. Those are buff cannon minions.
So, yeah, we need to aspire to be the cannon minion aesthetic. But I think that whenever they buff things like the Banner of Command plus Baron thing that everyone's freaking out about, right?
Yeah.
It forced innovation. Whenever you propose some sort of problem like, oh, this is going to be OP, oh, then we have to save minion dematerializers for later. Or we have to think about more things within the game, and I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I think the current state of the Baron Banner minions doing 500 damage a hit and only being countered by minion dematerializers is cool in that it forces innovation, but I think it's bad for the game.
It's cool for a little bit,
overall, but I do think the idea of buff-ass cannon minions that kill your turret quickly, maybe not as quickly, is good for the game.
If they got big muscles
it's not
in the
specifically
game,
like current state, it's just big old cannon minions are good.
What if we change the Banner of Command to Roid Juice and they actually all look out like this?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's good for the game.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna tweak it.
I agree.
And it'll still be good. Awesome.
I think that just being stronger is good.
Next slide, number 4. Is Fox still best team in NA on 8.4? Yes or no?
This is really interesting.
It is.
Because the bottom lane is definitely the area here for criticism on Echo Fox. And the bottom lane is something to worry about. I'm already thinking about international events. We're heading towards the end of the split here. So everyone's like, oh yeah, playoffs and international events, and how is whatever our tarp team is gonna be, do at MSI. And I honestly would feel a little bit more comfortable if it was Cloud9 going, if you said right now. Just because.
You say that, but like on 8.4, both of these guys lost a game, right?
Yeah.
Echo Fox had their bottom lane punished, and C9 got snowballed on late game because they weren't good at team fighting with the tank meta, at least in the opinion that I saw in those games. So I'm gonna say yes for now. That doesn't mean that I'm confident in the international success of anyone, but if I'm saying, if not Echo Fox, then who? Because I think C9 also showed some weakness, and I'm not gonna be saying like, Clutch Gaming is the best team in NA. Like, no, it's still Echo Fox right now.
Yeah, I will definitely be able to say better after
So you're saying no?
Playoffs.
You're saying that?
I mean, they're currently at top of the standings still, so I got to
Technically correct.
default to yes.
We're really playing a numbers game today. Next slide, number 5. Got 2 left. Who will win, SKT or KT Rolster? I believe they play Wednesday at midnight, and we film this Wednesday afternoon. It doesn't ship until Thursday morning. So by the time we say this, we will already be right or wrong.
So,
do you bet on SKT or KT?
you're supposed to never bet against SKT and never bet on KT. So 2 negatives. I'm gonna flip it around. Positive.
Okay,
here.
you said that SK Telecom has a 0% chance of making it to MSI on the show.
Right, and that means getting #1.
Correct.
So King Zone's got my back. Okay.
They blasted SKT the other night. I will say right now that even though SKT has looked better with Blossom, I have more faith in the KT Rolster team.
A little bit.
I'm just doing it again. I'm just going to continue to bet on KT until they
But this
win.
time I'm with you.
That. Is KT overrated?
All right, last slide.
All right, last slide of this or that. More interesting play, Acadian or Mithy? Got a gift slide.
Wait, I want to watch this one again.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember now. Oh no.
So Sven was coming, and then Ryu zoned him out as Victor.
Well,
TSM has a hard time against Victor.
I mean,
and in the optic play, really, Acadian never should have gone over the pit.
I like the.
He kicked the Oriana back.
So okay, here let's go.
Is right there.
He could have been going for a kill and just messed up the kill. Sometimes you'll go over and kick somebody back in for a kill real quick.
Oh no!
But
this is what he did. He wanted to kick him out and then take the Q back into Baron, but he died before he could because he queued the Baron.
Because he didn't have any life, so we know it was bad. They're both bad, okay? But this one was a team play call bad. Yeah, Mithy's the one with the Abyssal Voyage, and we don't know, maybe he's probably the shot caller too, but the jungler going super low health away from Baron when it's at 2,000 health like that.
Yeah?
I gotta go with that one.
All right,
Make a choice.
This was the worst Baron play I think I've ever seen from a team perspective, and it does say Acadian. I think Acadian had the right idea.
What?
He did.
How is that the right
The idea is to kick the jungler away and then jump back in the pit, but jungler wasn't there.
No. There are other people on your team. It's not the jungler's duty to go do this when you have, 400 health.
You know what? You're right. This was the worst play.
I'm glad we finally...
I think it's Optic's fault more than it's also Acadian's fault.
Right. There are other people on his team that should have done
You're
things.
letting Mithy off easy as well. This was...
Yeah, I mean,
This is probably the most difficult choice we've ever had on this or that.
It's not that difficult.
Which one is worse? I think people should let us know on social. I know there's a lot of people that will have strong opinions on both sides of this.
This one is bad.
Yeah.
This one is worse.
Okay. Mithy lost the game with the Tom Kenshall. I'm just saying. Could have won the game otherwise. We spent way too long on this slide. We agreed on this for both of them. Thank you for joining us for this or that with Kobe and Jatt. Tweet us what you think was worse, and then we're going to go from the dive right after this. That'll come out today, and you'll see this on Thursday. See you.
This is your ending dance. We're done now.